Welcome to Origins, where we go more in depth into the most current origins of your favorite superheroes and villains. Today it's time to cover one of the most well-known superheroes in existence, Batman. Now before you all groan and comment, we know this one! What the heck are you doing, Comicstorian? Do you know it? Do you really know the current origin? Because we all have a general idea, but this is the most current version of the origin as revealed in Secret Origins Issue 2 and Zero Year. It all began 17 years ago. It's a story as classic as they come. The wealthy Thomas and Martha Wayne were walking home after watching the movie Zorro with their son Bruce. Thomas Wayne was a world-renowned doctor, and Martha was a spokeswoman for countless charities. They spent their short time with their son teaching him integrity and compassion. But it was the man in the shadows that night. He taught Bruce the darkness. Thomas and Martha Wayne decided to walk down the dark alley as a shortcut to get home. But the three Waynes were mugged that night. The mystery man killed both his parents that night, and as Bruce prepared to die also, the man ran as he couldn't kill the child. The young Bruce Wayne tried to explain and rationalize what had happened, but everyone saw his face, that blank stare he had as he tried to cope. But he wasn't just cold and heartless. He was upset that he had lost his parents, and this gave him drive and purpose. He wanted to make a world where no one would ever die again, and no one would ever feel how he felt right now. He needed to stand up to fear. As much as Alfred tried to be what Bruce Wayne needed, he vanished, because he needed to find it himself. Now with the death of the Waynes, it sparked a downward spiral for Gotham City. The Waynes were the elite, the richest of the rich, and the ones who were trying to save Gotham. But with their death, Gotham only saw more crime rise, and everyone realized that if even the Waynes could be gunned down in some random alley, then anybody could. While Gotham was on this spiral downward, Bruce Wayne was trying to achieve the goal that he set out for himself at such a young age: to never let anyone die again. He learned every form of martial arts that he could. He studied with the greatest inventors and thinkers in the world. He learned how to master combat driving and various forms of transportation. And he learned from the greatest individuals the world had to offer, until eventually, he returned to Gotham with new drive and new purpose. But he learned he wasn't ready. Everything he learned wasn't enough, and this was proven to him by the Red Hood gang. You see, Bruce had traveled the world to be able to fight criminals, but the criminals of Gotham, they had become monsters. Bruce had donned a disguise to fight against Red Hood 1, but he was defeated, forcing him to rethink his plans. How could he fight against monsters? How could he fight against costumed criminals? Well, while he was figuring this out, Edward Nygma, yes, the Edward Nygma that would eventually become the Riddler, was working for Bruce's uncle, as the man who led all of the business strategies to Wayne Industries. While Bruce's uncle didn't intend to fight against Bruce if he wanted to return and run his own family's company, Edward realizes that this could be a disaster for him. So he hires the Red Hood gang to kill off Bruce. The gang eventually corners Bruce and they beat him to a pulp, declaring that his parents' death changed more than the young boy. It created the Red Hood gang. So Bruce manages to escape and he retreats back to Wayne Manor, where Alfred patches him up. A normal sane man would have left town or gotten the police involved at this point. But Bruce, he was above that, and he realized that his original plan could work. He could keep people from dying in Gotham. He could take care of criminals. But he would need to strike fear into them. He would need to find some way to make them fear him. And that's what he figured out. The bat scared him as a child, so he'll strike fear into the villains of Gotham as a bat. And if they want to become costumed villains, he'll become a costumed superhero. Now, the story in which he gets his revenge against the Red Hood gang, and what we assume is the new origin of the Joker, that is until we discover what's going on with him in Endgame, is in Batman Zero Year, which is available right now, and it is a great story by Scott Snyder. Now, Batman's actual powers are nothing. He's the world's greatest detective, and he's also trained his body and his mind to be a weapon to fight against any form of enemy. And that's the current Batman origin. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you learned something new, give this video a like. Also, don't forget, we have a gaming channel that actually started this whole Comicstorian thing known as Eligible Monster. Come join us for gaming variety videos, and we can all become friends. And if you want to chat about this video or any others, hit me up at Comicstorian on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time right here.